Good morning, my dear children. Today we are going to learn infectious diseases and how to prevent them. My dear children, can you tell me this answer? When your friends fall while playing and get hurt, does anyone tell you don't go near them? You will also get hurt? Anyone is telling? No, nobody says so. In fact, if anyone is hurt while playing, we always help them. Yes or no? Suppose your mother has a headache. Do you also get a headache if you go near her? No, never. In fact, we help our mother and try to soothe her headache. Yes? So, once again, one question is there. When is it that you are told not to go near a sick person, not to use their utensils for eating or drinking, not to use their hankies, towels, or clothes? When there are answer is where there are chances of catching the disease of sick person, other tell us not to use their utensils for eating or drinking and not to use their hankies, towels or cloths. Okay, so now we are going to learn about infectious diseases. What is the meaning of infectious disease? The diseases that spread from one sick person to the other normal person are called infectious diseases. What? The diseases that spread from one sick person to the other normal person are called infectious diseases. Influenza means flu, cold, ringworm, scabies, chickenpox, etc. are infectious diseases which influenza means flu, cold, ringworm, scabies, chickenpox, etc. are infectious diseases means infectious diseases are caused by disease causing microorganisms. What? Infectious diseases are caused by disease causing microorganisms. Microorganisms are specially to a particular kind of infection. They are microscopic and also called germs. Germs enter the body of person and spread the infection. Cold, typhoid, etc. spread through their respective germs. So nowadays we are good morning, my dear children. Today we are going to learn our next science lesson, that is infectious diseases and how to prevent them. Dear children, can you tell me, when your friends fall while playing and get hurt, does anyone tell you don't go near them? You will also get hurt? No, nobody says so. In fact, if anyone is hurt while playing, we help them. Yes? And suppose your mother has a headache. Do you also get a headache if you go near her? No, never. Yes? In fact, we help our mother and try to soothe her headache. So, when is it? Third question is, when is it that you are told not to go near a sick person, not to use their utensils for eating or drinking, not to use their hankies, towels or cloths? When there are changes of Good morning, my dear children. Today we are going to learn our next science lesson, infectious diseases and how to prevent them. My dear children, I will ask you some questions and you have to give the answers. Can you tell me, when your friends fall while playing and get hurt, Does anyone tell you, don't go near them? You will also get hurt. Maybe your answer, no. Nobody says like this. In fact, if anyone is hurt while playing, we help them. Yes or no? Next question is, suppose your mother has a headache. Do you also get a headache if you go near her? No. In fact, we help our mother and try to soothe her headache. Next question is, when is it that you are told not to go near a sick person, not to use their utensils for eating or drinking, not to use their hankies, towels or clothes? When there are chances of catching the disease of a sick person, others tell us not to use their utensils for eating and drinking and not to use their hankies, towels or clothes. Okay, so now we will learn about infectious diseases. What is the infectious diseases? What is the meaning of infectious diseases? See, mother's burns or grandpa baggage are not passed on from them to other. However, one has to take care to stay away from people who are ill with the flu, cold, ringworm, scabies and chickenpox. This all disease spread from one person to the other person. You can see on the screen. Flu means what? Influenza. It is a virus. Flu because of virus it spreads. Influenza means flu, cold, ringworm, scabies, chickenpox. These all diseases spread from one person to other person. And such diseases are called infectious. What causes these diseases? They are caused by microorganisms. They are caused by microorganisms. Every infectious disease is caused by a specific microorganism or germ. When the germs of a particular disease enter the body and begin to grow, the person gets the disease. How is one person's disease passed on to another person? We'll see. How is one person's disease passed on to another person? When a person has a cold, the germs from his body spread in the air. When he coughs or sneezes, nowadays we know very well, yes, we are struggling now because of coronavirus. Yes, when a person has a cold, germs from his body spread in the air when he coughs or sneezes. When these germs enter other people's body, they can also get the disease. That is the disease spread. Typhoid spreads when its germs are passed on by a person ill with typhoid to another person. So now we are going to understand spread of infectious diseases. What are the different ways in which infectious diseases spread? See, you can see on the screen, spread of disease through air. The germs of a disease like influenza are present in the spit or saliva of the person who has the disease. When he coughs or spits or sneezes, they enter the air with the tiny droplets of saliva or spit. When other people breathe in that same air, the germs enter their bodies. So, do not cough or spit in the open. Understood, my dear children? Diseases of the throat and the chest spread through the air. Now spread of disease through water. Can you see this? Yes, you can see on the screen. It is our responsibility to prevent the pollution of public sources of water. What different activities are going on the above picture that you have to observe? The germs of diseases of the intestines like typhoid, cholera, diarrhea, as also of jaundice are present in the feces of the affected person. If another person drinks water which has been contaminated by these germs, they enter his intestine too, and that person can get the disease. To prevent the spread of disease in this manner, it is best to avoid washing clothes and bathing in the water sources or defecating on the banks of the water. So, my dear children, it is our responsibility to prevent the pollution of public sources of water. Now, through food, spread of disease through food. What do you see in the picture below? You can see in the picture. You have seen flies sitting on dirt because a feast on an open ground. When they sit on the feces of a person who has an intestinal disease, the germs of the disease stick to their legs. When the same flies sit on our food, the germs enter the food. If we eat that food, the germs enter our body and we can get the disease. That is why it is important to always keep our food covered. Okay? And wash your hands clean. Keep food covered. Food is handled while preparing or serving it. If someone who has an intestinal disease handles or serves food without washing his hand properly, the germs sticking to his hands can enter the food. Food contaminated in this way can also cause disease. One must avoid eating it. Maintaining cleanliness everywhere is beneficial for our health. So, here one question I will ask you. What steps will you take to ensure that dust and flies do not settle on the food in your house? Keeping food covered ensures that flies cannot sit on it. Dust and other rubbish in the surroundings also cannot enter it. This prevents the microorganisms from entering the food and the spread of disease is also prevented. Now we will see next point, the spread of disease by insects. You may be aware that one can get malaria from the bite of a certain kind of mosquito. When this type of mosquito bites someone who has malaria, the malaria germs in that person's blood enter the mosquito's body with the blood it sucks. If this mosquito bite another person, the malaria germs enter that person's body too and he too can get malaria. Insects like mosquitoes and fleas spread. So, insects like mosquitoes and fleas spread disease. That is why we must stop such insects from breeding. Okay. Now we will see the next point, spread of disease by direct contact. Okay. Ringworm, scabies are diseases that affect the skin. Their germs are found on the skin. If someone else comes in contact with the skin of person having this disease or wears his clothes, then that person can get that skin disease too. That is why it is better to avoid sharing clothes. Understood, my dear children? Now see, an epidemic of disease. What is the meaning of that epidemic of disease? Germs of diseases like the flu or conjunctivitis spread quickly through the air. So many people can get such disease all at one time. If the water of a common source is contaminated by germs of a disease like cholera, then there is the danger of all those who drink that water getting the disease. If at same time mosquitoes breed in large number, then many people there can get malaria. It's called epidemic. Means what? When many people in one area get the same infectious disease all at the same time, we say that there is an epidemic of the disease. Understood? Now see, air, water, food and insects are the medium through which disease spread. What is the which are the mediums? Air, water, food and insects are the mediums through which diseases spread. Hence, if everyone takes care to ensure that the germs do not enter our food, water or air and prevent the breeding of insects that spread disease, it is possible to prevent a disease from becoming an epidemic. For this, it is important for all of us to make cleanliness a habit. Prevention of infectious disease. Why should you do not go to school if you have conjunctivitis? See, to prevent disease from spreading through water, it is purified at the water work. Can you give me answer of this question? Why should you not go to school if you have conjunctivitis? The answer is conjunctivitis is caused due to germs. These germs can spread from an infected eye to other eyes. We should not spread this infection to other children in the school. This may break out into an epidemic. Moreover, if we are suffering from conjunctivitis, then our eyes should get rest. They should be taken care of. The excessive strain on them can cause problems. Hence, we should not go to school when we have conjunctivitis. Understood? Now, see. To prevent disease from spreading through water, it is purified at the waterworks. In smaller towns and villages, bleaching powder is added to community sources of water to kill the germs and make the water safe for drinking. When there is an epidemic of gastro or jaundice, people are advised to boil water before drinking it. To prevent mosquitoes from breeding, we must ensure that is no stagnant water in the surroundings. But if that is not possible, insecticides have to be used. Thus, diseases like malaria can be prevented. Dear children, watch this video carefully. People who have a serious infectious disease like tuberculosis or swine flu
are quarantined. There are separate wards in hospitals for people with infectious diseases. Nowadays, for COVID-19 also treatment is given like this only. So all of you know very well. Clothes and utensils used by the patient are washed with germicides. The spittle of a person who has tuberculosis is collected in a vessel and covered with a germicide like phenyl. Such precautions help to prevent the disease from spreading to others. To prevent the spread of disease through air, people should cover the mouth when sneezing or coughing and avoid spitting in the open. If it is necessary to be with such a patient, a mask should be worn to cover the nose and the mouth. If someone in the family get an infectious disease, the government health department should be informed so that necessary steps for preventing the spread of the disease can be taken. Now we are going to understand about vaccination. See, what is the meaning of vaccination? VACCINATION. Why we are taking vaccine? See, when there is an epidemic of an disease, does every person in the area get the disease? When disease producing when disease producing microorganisms enter our body, the body resists the disease or fight the germs. That is why many times we do not get a disease even if germs enter our body. Another way to prevent disease is vaccination. Our body develops resistance to a particular disease if we are vaccinated against it. Soon after a baby is born, she is given the tuberculosis vaccine. When the baby is 1.5 months old, she is given vaccinations against